Hey, this quick video is about the lab assignments that you guys are given. This class does have a lab, so there are a few lab assignments that are expected from you. I did talk about the lab assignment number 1 and number 2 in the Getting Started video. Don't forget that these need to be submitted through these files, or hard copy needs to be turned in to me. The purpose of this video is to discuss this lab project. This is a term project. This is worth about 20% of your grade, so it's really important that you guys get this completed. This is also one of the components that most of my students in the past have enjoyed because it's the hands-on portion of this lab. Now on this lab project and this term project that you guys are working on, it is kind of think of a science fair project that is amped up, and it needs to be college level. Now on this, if you have children or if you're around small children, they really love this part. You can let them be part of it. I'm going to go through and kind of give you guys an idea of what I'm expecting from this. There are 2 components in this project. The first one is the research plan. This is a worksheet that you're going to fill out. This is due the Friday before we go on fall break. That way I have time to look over it and give you guys feedback. The purpose of the research plan is for me to know what you're doing and what you're planning on doing, and for you to start planning it out. If you wait until the last minute, it's just, you're not going to like me, you're not going to like anything. So this just kind of gets you thinking about it, and also lets me know if you're going in the right direction. I don't want you to get all the way through it, do all the research, and I look at it and say, this isn't college level, or this isn't a topic that we've talked about, and you wouldn't want that either. So this is just that way of me double checking, and also to keep you guys working on this throughout the semester. Okay, I'll go into this term project resource here in just a second. But the research plan worksheet, or term project detailed worksheet, it is a Word document. You'll just click on here, you'll fill it out, you'll submit it through here, or once again, give me a hard copy, whichever one you feel comfortable with. Don't email it, please. But you can fill that out, answer the questions, go through it. If you have questions on that, let me know. This is, like I said, due October 12th. I don't want you to miss that day. And then you have the actual project, and on this project, this is you're going to do the experiment that you write about. Okay, so that's the really fun part about it. And then you're going to present it. Now I'm the only one that sees this. You're going to present it in the form of a PowerPoint. You're going to give your background information, you're going to give your materials and methods and how you did it, and all that included. Now this does have a rubric, which I will show you here in just a second. Make sure you include all those parts. This is due December 6th. This is actually the last day of classes because finals on campus start December 7th. So this is actually due on a Thursday. I know everything else is due Monday, Fridays, but that's the last day of the semester. And so I'm giving you guys until the last possible minute to do it. But if you do get it turned in early, that would be great as well. So the term project, so this is the video that you're watching right now. The project, this goes into little details about it. If you're like, I don't even know where to start, where do I go? There is a really good website. It's called Science Buddies. It does have some projects to look through it. Some of them will be like elementary, but there is some college level stuff that is on there, or it may give you an idea that you can start looking up. Okay, this is not a research paper. This is an actual experiment that you're conducting. So keep that in mind as you're looking for ideas and coming up with ideas. On the Science Buddies website, it does have beginner, and then it goes all the way up to 3 bars. Once again, you want the harder ones because you want it to be college level. It also needs to be something that we talk about in this class. And chemistry is a very broad subject, so it's really easy to make sure that you have a topic that's covered in the course. Okay, just a little bit more on the research plan. This is Science Buddies, can help you with that. Now I did put the link for Science Buddies right here. You do have to register, but it's free registration, and you can opt out of getting email. So don't think, oh man, now my email is going to be flooded because I signed up for this. You can opt out of the emails, but it does have a lot of useful information for you as well. This is the rubric that I'm going to use to grade it. Just like with any other class, if you're given a rubric, make sure you go through that rubric and make sure that you hit all those points that it tells you that we're grading for. It does need to be college level. That's the biggest component of that. Okay, the next part is the term project. The term project is, it's like I said, it's the PowerPoint. I need to know that you actually did the experiment and that you just didn't pull it off of the internet. And so make sure that you have, there is a part of this participant identification, that you have pictures of you doing it. So you may need someone to take some pictures of you. YouTube video is also a really good way, especially if you have an experiment that goes really quick. You can YouTube it or video it and then put that into your PowerPoint. And then the completion, make sure that you have all of these components. Make sure that you have the introduction, and that's going to be your background information, procedure, how did you do it, what was your hypothesis, whether or not it's right, okay, data, graphs, and a conclusion. Most of this part is going to be completed in your research plan, okay, and so that's something to keep in mind. Now, also in this, I have included some PowerPoint examples of ones that did well, some that did not do, and why they did not do as well, so you can use those. And there's also some YouTube stuff, and you guys probably can find more YouTube videos that I have. But like I said, this is a very fun part of the class. This is a very important part, so make sure that you guys are working on it. Like I said, don't wait until the last minute. If you do find a project of something and it involves sensors or something like that, I can try to work with you on getting that materials to you and checking it out, and you can check it back in. So that is the lab assignments, especially the lab project resource or the lab project. If you have questions on it, just like always, please don't hesitate to contact me.